Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula Bore Formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Bella, I do think that worked. We've got Michelle in the studio. We got Mike, Wyatt, Roland, and we have no internet in the Bergen County, New Jersey, maybe the nation. We think that there's a cyber attack and the world is ending. Some people are saying, I don't know what's happening. Yes, beautiful, beautiful things. Emily's here and she's whining as well.
Oh, was that her?
That was her.
Oh,
so listen, warm welcome to everybody on this beautiful Why Wednesday. We got a lot going on and we were exploring the superpower of influence with some of the finest humans.
Lot going on. You've been napping all day. You had Mai Tais.
And I don't own a gun.
You don't own a gun.
You do. I don't. So let's rock and roll. Please, who is here as we explore the superpower of influence?
Sean, first up, rolling with this crew from Lake Zurich, Illinois, physician, entrepreneur, focused on democratizing healthcare through innovation. CEO, providing independent providers affordable, high-quality insurance through collective solutions. Executive leader, developing AI-driven platforms, transforming global patient care. Let's welcome to the show, Michael Fang.
Michael, warm welcome. Bella's pushed me aside. We got
you gotta make room for the screen. You're like, you over there. I want the center, and I want all camera shots on me.
Yes, you always do. So it's Michael, correct?
Michael,
yes. Michael, warm welcome. And Michael, listen, Plato, the Greek philosopher, a dear friend of Michelle's, Bella's, Mike Kawhi's, maybe yours. That Greek philosopher dude said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So we kicked this game off with a fun fact. It's a headline, not a story, because Michelle and Bella have their gong show Chuck Barris style in case we get over the headline, but it could be a proud moment, adventurous moment, shocking moment, surprising moment. For example, I have said more curse words today than I've said this year with our nice, beautiful 2,000 person event happening tomorrow with the Aspire Tour. Yes. So, Michael.
And none of them came my way. Yay. How exciting for me.
That's because we didn't speak. Yes. So, Michael, please, what is your headline, fun fact, and warm welcome to Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence? This is East Coast style, little West Coast action. So, please, Michael, yes.
Well, my headline is that I'm a physician who loves being a physician, but would love to see a world that doesn't need one.
Ooh, I get you. Like there's some like Yoda-ness, Miyagi-ness that's going on there. So I love it. Thank you, Michael. And Michael, are you ready to have just a little bit of fun today? Because we're on a feisty side of life. Ready for a little fun today, Michael?
I could use a lot more fun. That'd be great.
Let's go. We have a lot of fun. Bella doesn't know anything about that, but at least I do. Thank God. Yeah. So
All I heard was feisty. I'm like, oh, what's coming?
yeah, let's go, Bella Rita.
Let's-
Who's following Michael?
Following Michael, coming from Connecticut, founder of a virtual firm specializing in tax planning for physicians and real estate investors. Expert simplifying complex tax codes into clear, actionable strategies, recognized for responsiveness, delivering seamless, tech-enabled tax services. Let's welcome to the show, Nick Ayala.
Thank you so much.
Nick, warm welcome to Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence Why Wednesday style. And please, Nick, your headline fun fact.
Yeah, appreciate that. So I'm a real estate investor and I help others retire early by doing the same.
Cool. Good for you, brother. Warm welcome. And you got any like tips for us today? At one headline.
Yeah, because he's getting close to retirement.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Bella
we could have our own
is-
show about that.
She's aging me out.
There we go.
So any like one headline, one sentence about real estate that would be something people would want to know.
Don't hesitate, jump, get in there, and then we figure out the rest afterwards. Find the deal, buy it.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I keep telling Bella. She fights me that all the time. Nick, let's rock and roll.
I have some deals for us to buy.
I'm sure you do. Let's go.
Let's go. Next up from Atlanta, Georgia, experienced financial professional specializing in estate planning and risk management, mission-driven advisor protecting physician families from vulnerability through comprehensive planning, recognized leader creating security and generational wealth for physicians nationwide. Let's welcome to the show, Ben Yin.
Where did you get that bio? Because that sounds better than anything I've ever written.
Yes. Well, Ben, you're amazing. Bella makes me look good too, Ben. So warm welcome and please, Ben, your headline fun facts.
My headline is I have 3 great loves, not necessarily in the order I'm going to list them, but my beautiful wife, which I've been together with since the 8th grade. That's right, middle school sweethearts. Number 2, of course, my 2 boys, ages 10 and 13. And third, but certainly not least, my love of pickleball. I love pickleball so much that when I hit 50, I want to go pro. So better start working now.
Well, I hope they were in order, or I hope your wife's not listening, because you did say your wife first, but they may not necessarily be in the right order. I hope pickleball is not above the wife, but Ben, I can appreciate it. Let's go, brother. So warm welcome, Bella Frida. We got pickleball over wives. Yes, let's go.
Pickleball over wives. Thank you. Welcome, Ben, to the Heart of Influence. And do we have? Okay. Let's go. Fountain Hills, Arizona. Interim executive with decades of experience stabilizing and scaling businesses. Founder guiding organizations through transition, leadership growth, and sustainability. Achieved 7-figure exit, demonstrating proven value creation expertise. Let's welcome to the show, Erica Seagrave.
Erica, warm welcome. Congratulations on being an Exeter, and warm welcome to Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence. And please, Erica, your headline fun.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. So this is my 3rd business and I'm not done yet. If I find good opportunities that make sense, that are calculated risk, I'm going to take it. So my journey isn't done yet.
Let's go, Erica. Congratulations. Awesome. And I'm hearing entrepreneurial nature, spirit all over the place today on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence. And please, Bella Frida.
That is what I'm hearing. Smart people in the building. Welcome, Erica, to the Heart of Influence. And coming from Portland, Oregon, orthopedic surgeon combining surgical excellence with physician empowerment advocacy. Founder educating physicians on wealth, building through real estate. Marathon runner transforming broken bones into properties, into resilience. That sounds fascinating. Welcome, Kimberly Workman, to the Heart of Influence.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Kimberly, welcome from the East Coast to all the way out in the beautiful West Coast. Warm welcome and please your headline fun fact, Kimberly.
Immediate fun fact is I just finished playing pickleball with my son. We're actually in Hawaii. So hence I have a hat because my hair is, it's sweaty. And don't tear your Achilles. I fix a lot of those from pickleball.
Yeah.
Other fun fact is when I was 12, my dad and I climbed the Grand Tetons and we got stuck on top in a blizzard and overnight and almost froze to death. And I've hated mountaineering and hiking ever since. But I still love running trails.
Yeah. So, Kimberly, thank you for that. We are officially calling this the Don't Tear Your Achilles Pickleball Heart of Influence and Why You Should Never Go Camping. This is what I'm hearing. So it's the Mike and Kawhi show. Yes. Thank you, Kimberly. Let's rock and roll. And I'm telling you, your hair looks amazing. And I'm blind. So, yes.
And then before we introduce our co-producers of today's show, how about we introduce our studio guests?
And over to you, Michelle.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle McClellan. I'm a physical therapist whose superpowers are helping people to heal from orthopedic injuries, surgeries, and cancer. I also have been an entrepreneur. I own my own practice for 19 years, taught at a couple universities, love paying it forward. And my words for 2025 are fun and badass.
Yes.
She's hanging out with the right people.
Yes. And you concur with Dr. Kimberly. Yeah, let's hear that first of all.
So let's be on the Achilles. That's a big one.
Yes. So
it's a long recovery.
You concur with don't tear your Achilles. Be careful playing pickleball. Don't get trapped out in the woods and die freezing. Like all we can concur. And Michelle, what's your fun fact? Headline fun fact.
So my headline fun fact is I'm a master gardener. So I teach people to easily grow organic food free of toxins. And from the magic of compost, a couple years back, we got all these free volunteer cherry tomato plants that we did not plant. And we picked 8.5 pounds of cherry tomatoes, and 2 days later, 5.5 pounds.
Whoa.
Does that sound so delicious to you, John?
It sounds so delicious that I want to give them to you, Michelle, Bella, Mike, Kawhi, since I don't eat vegetables, but yeah, the story for a different day. Amazing. Yes, we're working on it. So, Michelle, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence. And that brings us to the growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous, committed to mastery, doctors, growth-minded doctors. Now, nobody get offended. I represent doctors all across America, but my experience has been not typically with my lawyer colleagues, doctor colleagues, that we're finding a whole lot of growth mindset, but you do find it with these people, Bella Rita.
That you do, coming from Santa Rosa, California, full-time physicians who trained at Yale for residency, respected clinically among peers, and co-authored and published multiple studies in journals such as the Journal for American Medical Association, Newark Open, and the Journal of Hospital Medicine. Entrepreneurial team, grandparents of a 4-year-old, co-founding multiple ventures in real estate, relocation housing, and medical revenue recovery. Innovators in AI-powered workflow solutions, creating intelligent agents that streamline efficiency in real estate syndication, patient messaging, and medical documentation. Let's welcome to their show, Michael Yu, Michelle Stone.
Michael, come on. Warm welcome. Thank you for bringing people together, for creating value, creating synergy. Sir, and please, on your Heart of Influence, Michael, your headline fun fact.
Fun fact, in 7th grade, I was the Northern New Jersey parochial spelling bee champion, and I finished 3rd in the state because a judge misheard one little letter that I said correctly. And had I nailed that down, I would have been on my way to the ESPN National Spelling Bee. Fun fact.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And Michael, that is not anywhere that Bella or I were going to.
No way.
Yes. Congratulations for that, brother. And are you ready for today, Michael?
Ready. Let's go.
We're ready.
Okay. Awesome. And
Kawhi, your fun fact.
So, since it's almost September and it's fall, the fun fact that I have is that I went trick-or-treating for the first time last year with my daughter, that was also her first time, and we had double the fun. So I didn't know it was so fun, and I'm looking forward to Halloween.
Amazing. And what was the costume?
The costume was we were both pumpkins.
Pumpkins. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Super cool. So thank you, Mike. Kawhi.
I think we should dress you as a pumpkin this year. Ooh.
I can go with that. I can go with that. So I get to pick what you dress as. So, okay. So Mike,
You're blind.
yes.
You can't see.
So Mike and Kawhi, you're disrupted. So Mike and Kawhi, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we
All
are.
right.
Let's go.
So Bella, who's going first?
Well, let me introduce my co-host.
Let me introduce you first. This is the woman who's been doing the introducing. She started her career in influence as an 8-year-old, selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. Cute little tyke. Then at 19, this red hair was flying in convertibles because she was a 7-figure business generator as a teenager in network marketing. That's crazy. 24, 25, 26 years old, she's three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead as Nevada's #1 business broker. Male-dominated industry, and she's the first woman ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker, let alone 3 straight times, and the youngest person, male or female, take that, dudes, to ever be Nevada's #1 business broker at 24 years old. And she's like, I could start training the big gals and the big guys in Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs too. So in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions. It better be the blind guy today and not YouTube. There's going to be big trouble at his fire tomorrow. Then he's also somebody who raised $10 million for charity as a philanthropist with the Unblinded team. And in 2023, this 2-time, about to be 3-time published author publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence, the woman who in her 1,800th episode put the heart in the heart of influence, the one, the only, Bella Varica! Over, please.
All right, so I will give it to you.
Yes.
I did, in fact, learn to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man. That is true. But what is also true is I can out wrestle the blind man. And there's a video that was recently posted on the internet to prove it. Do not believe there was any attacking going on. He claims he was attacked. He really just lost. The video will prove it. But that is my fun fact for today.
I was assaulted. I was calling for the police. And Adam and Franda wouldn't call lifeguards, anything, as I was being assaulted by Bella.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Bella, let's go.
Let's go. But let me introduce my co-host, the wrestling loser. But he is the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys that win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He's spoken on Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 19 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that has raised nearly $10 million in just 2 years for charity. Let's welcome my co-host, the one, the only, Sean Callagy!
Thank you, Maria. Thank you,
Hey,
Michelle.
Sean, what is your fun fact?
Okay, so I'm gonna go 2 quick ones. I'll go with here we go. So first, we are collecting $50 million per month in underpaid claims for healthcare providers, and the number of files we're filing, we are tracking in 2026 to recover $1 billion for healthcare providers in 1 year. And I'm gonna go with this as well. Having been in the industry of recovering money for healthcare providers for 28 years, in the last 25 years, I have spent more time editing videos in the last 3 days than I have actually today. Just today, I'll say it again. I spent more time today than I spent in hearings to recover money personally for medical providers in the last 25 years. Because I have not set foot in a hearing in 25 years. I built massive teams and all the beautiful things we have at Callagy Recovery, Callagy Law. And in all of this video editing, it has been completely, totally utterly insane. And I feel like running away and crying and burying myself underground because I've been turned into a 100-hour-a-week video editor and a trailer.
And you had
movie
nothing else. You had nothing else you needed to be doing.
Nothing else we need to be doing at all. As we get ready for the Aspire tour stage tomorrow with the likes of David Goggins, Kevin O'Leary, that I will have the privilege of speaking in between those guys. So thank you.
That would be super. That is a super fun fact.
That's a super fun fact. So Bella Rita, who's going first?
Ooh, I am feeling like Michael is ready to go first. Michael Fang, are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
For fun. You're looking for fun. So here's what we're doing. Michael, had a little fun, some energetic introductions, but we're down to some really serious business. Because everything that's ever happened from the creation of America, from the spread of all spirituality across the globe, whatever denomination, to the creation of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all of these things are on the other side of one word, and that word, of course, is yes. But I don't know about you guys. Pitching, hooking, closing, yuck, number one. Number two, with heart-centered, sophisticated people, I don't think we're getting too far with the way I end up pitching, hooking, closing Jordan Belfort and Grant Cardone. Peace out. But instead, what does it look like when we have heart-centered, growth-minded, integrous people coming together to create yeses when yeses should happen? So to illustrate this in this fun research and development laboratory, no, we've only had 9,000 people on the show. Literally 9,000, warm welcome to that ecosystem. Bella will be Michael and everyone, anybody that Michael chooses her to be. She could be an ideal client, potential investor, charitable, philanthropic human in some way. She could be somebody famous like an Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, anyone, Michael, that you'd want to be going from hello to yes with. Doesn't have to be a sale, could be any type of yes, including a yes, just to have a longer conversation or meeting. So Michael, please, who do you want Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
Well, that's a really tough one since I could make her into anything for
Yes.
what I'm doing here. So I want you, Bella, if you're ready, I want you to pretend you are a physician. You've been practicing for about, 15, 20 years. You've kind of gone through it all, the medical trainings. You've seen the ups and downs of healthcare. You had to deal with everything that's medically when it comes to patients, but also all the extra stuff that's not actually medicine, right? Everything else comes out of it.
Right.
And you're
Sounds good.
now thinking about starting your own little business. You're ready to be more than just a physician who works as an employee. You're ready to be an entrepreneur, and you're ready.
I am ready. Let's go.
All right.
Michael, this is perfect because Bella came into my office yesterday dressed as a doctor and asked me to start calling her Dr. Bell. It was really weird. So back over to you.
I think you should call her Dr. Bell.
I think you should call me Dr. Bella.
Dr. Bella, paging Dr. Bella, paging Dr. Bella.
Hello, this is Dr. Bella.
Hey, Dr. Bella, this is Michael. How's it going?
Good. How about yourself, Michael?
I'm good. You're still thinking about striking it out on your own and starting your own little medical practice, huh?
I am.
Okay. Well, Bella, here's the thing. You know, as I do, that there's not a lot of physicians in this country, right? There's about 1 million of us. There's 300 million Americans. So, we're kind of like the farmers. It's the last 1% taking care of the rest of the 99.5%, right? Now, so my question for you is, as you're going about and you're helping patients and you're dealing with your insurance and all, who's taking care of you? What insurance are you getting to take care of yourself? Is it the same as what they got?
Yeah, I do have, I just have the, basic insurance that does take care of, myself. I say pretty healthy.
Yeah. Yep, and that's pretty good. And that's the key is you're one of the most medically educated people in the country, right? If there's someone who knows how to take care of your own health, it would be you, who's gone through years and years of med school and training to do so. So why is it that we use the same insurance products that is given to everybody else? Especially since you also have not just your knowledge, but you have friends that you train with in healthcare. You probably call them up to ask a question faster than you have to make an appointment to go to a doctor's office, right?
So Michael, do you sell insurance? Like, do you have a better insurance product or?
That's what I think we need. I think in order for us to be independent, right? I believe that as for the backbone of America's health is actually independent physicians. I think it's great that we have all these big hospital systems. I think it's awesome that we have these technologies that they can do and these, life-saving interventions they can do. But we also need independent doctors out in the community like yourself, so that we can keep America healthy and hopefully not have to run to the hospital a lot. So we need to take care of you, right? And to take care of you and to take care of your family. And now that you're going to be a business owner, we got to take care of your employees and their families as well. So we don't want to give your unique small business the same type of insurance that you would have to buy from the marketplace, right? You guys have unique abilities to understand your own health, and we want to empower you to actually take care of your own health. So this is where we come in as Rise. So Rise is a health insurance that's only for physicians, your practice, and employees of your practice. It's uniquely designed so that it takes care of your particular career track. So we know doctors practice very differently. Not all of us practice in hospitals. Some of us do telemedicine. Some of us travel between different cities to work. Most health insurance don't take into account that we have a very diversified career. What Rise does is we take into account that. And what that means is we got rid of what traditionally health insurance have as called in-network, right? You hear about that where if you go in-network and all of a sudden you ended up out of network, and all of a sudden you're paying a lot more. Well, as physicians, we know that, well, we could be out of network quite a bit. I'll share a story. I was in Indiana.
So Michael, unfortunately, I only have like 3 minutes today because I am back to back, but I am quite fascinated and interested in what you have to say. So I would love to, if you could maybe come by the office, we could sit down and have a little bit longer of a conversation. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. Great job, Michael. And then I saw we had Dr. Bo join us. Hello, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. I will introduce you to the group. Well, actually, let me go ahead and do that real quick now, Dr. Well, I'll wait till my co-host gets back. So we'll go into the next role play, and then Dr. Bo, I will come back to you and introduce you to the group. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So let's go, Nick. Nick, who would you like for me to be?
I'd like you to be a high income earner, high net worth individual, maybe a physician, real estate investor, wanting to make smart moves with your money.
All right. I like smart moves with money, and I like
Me
being
too.
a doctor. So let's go. Hello, this is Dr. Bella.
Hey, Dr. Bella, how are you? Just by a brief introduction, I wanted to give you a little background on me. I'm a CPA, run a virtual CPA firm, and we help real estate investors save taxes and build wealth. Tell me a little bit about you in a couple words, your portfolio, your investments. What does that look like? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I've been a physician for 25 years and, looking to diversify my portfolio because I'd like to retire within the next 5 years to be able to do, some more traveling before, I'm too old and walking with a walker. So I'm just looking to diversify and see what, how I can make my investments work for me.
That sounds great. So 5-year plan, retire, travel more.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Tell me more about 1 or 2 sentences, short-term goals before that, 1 year. Could be business related, personal, you want to do a cartwheel, whatever it might be. What is your 1-year goal?
My 1-year goal, hadn't really thought about that honestly. I've been focused on like the 5-year and what we've got to do to hit that mark as a family, what we want to do. I
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty. And that's where we kind of help is build that plan, a stepping stone to year 5, right? When you file your tax returns, you look at your total tax liability, that's your biggest expense. That's everybody's biggest expense. More than your house, more than your car, more than anything else. How much income tax do you pay in a given year? That's number 1. Most people don't realize it, especially if you're W-2, because it's coming out of your paycheck. So my job is to give you options on how to reduce that, get you to year number 5 quicker. And we build that plan for you through real estate, through other investments. You're working hard. You're making a lot of money. You have a lot of assets now, and we want to turn those assets into more assets. Smart investments, tax efficient investments. How do we get there? Does that sound like something you might be interested in?
That definitely sounds like the direction that I am headed for sure, Nick. Appreciate that. And I think, I think it's going to take a sit down and we'll go over what I do have, what it would look like, and then maybe we can break that into small chunks.
Exactly. Let me review the information. If there's a plan, if it works, we tell you. If not, we say come back in maybe year 2, year 3, when you're in a bit better position to do it. But we think we could help.
Yes.
I'd love to talk more.
And Nick, now that I think about it, I think in the next year, I'd like to buy my sugar baby a house because he's been working really hard and he does a lot for me. And I think I need to be buying my sugar baby a house.
That is step number one, priority number one. We could definitely.
Because he keeps telling me he doesn't want to stay in the house anymore. So.
Oh my goodness.
All these fun facts. I don't blame him. A lot to do out there.
Yeah, Michael, Nick, thank you so much for that
was
job.
Nick.
Bella Vrita, what's that?
That was it.
No, I said Michael and Nick.
Oh,
Great job.
got it.
Nick, absolutely great job. Bella Vrita, yes. So amazing, exhausting, and amazing. So
You
please.
said you didn't want to do this anymore. We'll call up Kevin O'Leary and David Goggins, tell him you're not speaking. You've just retired as a sugar baby.
Yes, I'm a retired sugar baby. That will be on my tombstone. Yes. So please let us continue on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence. What's the feedback?
With the feedbacker, we had a guest join us, so I'm going to also introduce him, and then we'll get to the feedbackers. Yes. So I am going to introduce from Palo Alto, California, CEO Advancing Intelligent Solutions, ensuring physicians receive fair compensation, former surgeon and emergency physician solving costly medical challenges, thought leaders sharing insights and conferences on healthcare innovation and efficiency. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Bo.
Hey, you guys. Thank you.
Dr. Bo.
Thank you, Bella, for the kind introduction.
And it's Dr. Bo, or how do we?
Just call me Bo. It's Dr. Gook, who's my last name, but
Okay.
just please call me Bo. Yeah.
Bo, thank you so much, Bo. And please,
Yeah.
Bo, what is your headline fun fact? Like one sentence that'll make us say no way. For example,
Yeah.
Like Sean's a sugar baby.
like I'm a sugar baby. Would be and then Bella's like Lucille Ball, but crazier.
Yeah. I've lived in 12 cities in my life, so moved around quite a bit, but not a military brat or anything. So been fortunate to be exposed to a lot of things.
Wow, very cool. Well, Bo, thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank you for
that.
having
Little
me.
mystery pending there. Love it. And let's get to the feedbackers.
Let's get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Michael or Nick, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then a little what is one word of just how they left you feeling. And so how about we kick it off with Bo? And Bo, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Michael?
Yeah, and I apologize. I kind of came in late, heard part of it. But
Okay, then how about for Nick? Because then
I can give a quick. I know Michael as well, so it was. I think he was spoke very passionately from the last part that I heard, and very emphatically. And I think as a physician, it's always important to kind of convey the urgency of what he was bringing up. And as another physician, it resonated with me, and I know kind of Michael's mission, and we have kind of the same mission of promoting independent practice and having that autonomy. So really like that. And then with Nick, yeah, very, very well done, and was actually very keen on listening throughout the whole thing.
Cool. And if you had one word, Bo, for how Michael made you feel, one word, how did he make you feel?
Comfortable.
Cool. Comfortable. Thanks, Bo. Warm welcome. Bella.
Thank you for that. Let's go, Ben. Ben, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick?
I think it's the same feedback for both of them. I think that when you're talking with someone with such limited time, you can't forget the three most important things to do when you're trying to get to the other side of yes. Number one is they've got to like you. So you can't shortchange the fact that you've got to make a warm intro. I know we're all rushing through, but if it were me, I would say, Bella, something about Yoda or the Star Wars, decor behind you to get you talking about things that you like to talk about so that you like me, I like you. That's the first thing I would have done. The second thing is I probably would have established some type of credibility right away. Like for me, right away, I say 95% of my clients are physicians. Why? Because that's the number one reason why someone chooses you. So if I was Nick, I would have said, hey, I work with physicians just like you all day, every day. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, Nick gets me, right? Now, Michael did say that. He says, I'm a physician as well, but you've got to build that commonality and build that credibility. And then last but not least, I felt like Michael didn't disturb you as much as maybe Nick disturbed you, right? So that's kind of the close is you've got to eloquently disturb so that they want to have that next conversation. Bella, I think you said yes, maybe a little bit too easily, right? And so I don't know if I would have been convinced to say yes or have that next meeting.
So I'm hearing Ben say I need to be tougher. That's what I'm hearing.
You do, except not with me. So, been awesome. And one word of how Nick made you feel.
Nick made me feel like he knew what he was talking about. I know one word. And then Michael, I wanted to hear that story, but we ran out of
Made
time.
you feel like he's talking about. Is that one word? I think that's like 7. So what's one word? Yes.
Just for Nick.
One word for Nick.
One word for Nick. Knowledgeable.
Nice. Thank you.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, great, Ben.
Beautiful.
And you're knowledgeable too. Let's go.
You're knowledgeable. Let's go, Erica. Erica, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Michael, please?
Sure. So for Michael, I like some of the others. I like his passion and introducing himself and what he does and finding that commonality, because I think so much of it when we're interacting with people is getting the know, like, and trust factor, right? We only may have a 30-second, 60-second elevator pitch. So straight away, you have to get them to buy in and want to continue a conversation with them. I also appreciated how both of them ask questions. It's, as a business consultant, it's one of my favorite things to do is to ask questions and then shut up and listen, right? Because then that's going to give me my next ammunition to fire off. Here's how the conversation's going. So here's what I'm going to say next based on this to get closer to that yes. And I always love using the art of negotiation. Would you be opposed to meeting with me? The next one be a meet in person? Can I come to your office and meet with you in person? So I always put them on the defense or offense and say, would you be opposed to meeting with me? Can we continue this?
Nice. Erica, look at it. Ben, Erica, tearing up. We got some masterful feedbackers here today. And one word for how Michael made you feel, Erica.
Passionate. I could tell he was passionate and caring. I felt like he cared.
Nice. Thank you, Erica. I'll read it.
Thank you, Erica. Let's go, Kimberly. Kimberly, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick, please? Oh, just unmute for us.
Right.
You didn't tear
Nick was very
Kimberly?
What? No, I didn't.
You didn't tear your Achilles today, did you?
I did not. I kept thinking about it. Nick made me feel very confident. He demonstrated that confidence that he had taken care of people just like me, and was very clear in what he was describing, like what he could offer me. And I really liked how he tried to pull it out of Bella. Well, what's your near-term plan? Because if you don't have a near-term plan with that step ladder, you're not going to get to that far-term plan. And then he turned it into like, and I can help you with that. It's okay that you don't have it now. I can help you with that. And yeah, I really liked that. I definitely would have wanted to have like a definite ask at the end, like Erica said. I think that would have definitely closed it.
And one word for how Nick made you feel, Kimberly.
Happy. Reason being is when my CPA retires, I may be giving you a call, Nick.
Let's go.
Let's go. Great
Looking
job,
forward to that.
Erica. And then let's go, Michelle. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick?
Okay, my 30 seconds of feedback for Nick was that I could tell you are extremely knowledgeable. You know your target audience. And you're very passionate about helping people to reach their goals. I do agree with what other people have said, that it's good to always ask for that next step. So in closing, there's, the connection continues and gets to evolve.
And that was for Nick, correct?
I think, yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And one word for Nick. Yeah.
Curious.
Nice. And Mike, let's be back.
Mike, quiet. So let's kick it off with quiet. How about you? 30 seconds of feedback for Michael, please.
Michael, yeah, I agree with all the panelists that Michael was very passionate. He sounded like he really had a lot of love for his company, and I really wanted to hear more after that 3 minutes. So I would agree that my one word would be passion for Michael.
Beautiful, quiet. Thank you. And
we got Mike. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nick?
Nick sounded very confident. I was curious. Definitely wanted to hear more about these plans, and sounded like he had a lot of options. So definitely piqued my interest. So good feedback for Nick.
Cool. And one word of how Nick made you feel, Mike.
Yeah, I'll go with what was said before, confidence.
Nice. Confidence.
Confidence.
So I am confident that Bella is going to give me a hard time, even though I've had a very, very challenging day. And even though I'm going to be up editing videos at 1 a.m. With people overseas, as we are having Stan Lee. Like, listen, when you have a 100-person law firm collecting $1 billion of healthcare providers, here's what you don't think you're going to be doing overnight: talking to people, God rest his soul, for the deceased Stan Lee, the creator of Marvel, for his voiceover announcing me tomorrow. That's what I did not think I'd be doing at 1 a.m. on the day beginning for the Aspire Tour talk. I thought that might be handled prior to this, but the estate of Stan Lee, we've been negotiating with them all day, and that's what we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
So, yes, but you'll give me a hard time anyway. So, Bella Rita, let's go.
I will give you a hard time. If I had known that, I might have come up with some other scenarios. But Mike and Kawhi, this is the time of the show and everybody that I have the honor and privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Ultimately, Mike, Kawhi, you guys get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about the scenarios, or you can even scrap them and come up with an idea much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today? All right, option number 1 is Sean could do a little reverse role play. He could be Nick, and he's going to go from hello to yes with Dr. Oz, because like Dr. Oz ready to retire from TV. Now it's time for him to diversify his portfolio. So Nick is going to, or Sean's going to role play Nick, going from hello to yes to get a meeting with Dr. Oz. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is I thought Sean could role play Michael, going from hello to yes with the CEO of the Global Health Conference to be a speaker at the Global Health Conference. So that's option number 2. And then option number 3, I have started a new business, and Erica doesn't know this yet, but she is a partner in it, and it's called Pickle Pals, and it's like Uber, but therapist pickleball. So it's called Pickle Pals, or Pickle Pals, sorry, and you can like get a therapist on demand on the court for if you're having a tough time. And so Sean would role play Erica, going from hello to yes with Mr. Wonderful, who's going to be sharing on the stage tomorrow, to invest $500,000 with her in Pickle Pals. So those are my 3 options that I have for you today. Any of those tickle you guys' fancy, or do you have something much harder you would like to see Sean do?
I think 2 or 3, right?
Thinking number 3, to be honest. That
yes.
will be a little bit.
Okay, so who is going to play Mr. Wonderful, who is definitely kind of a cantankerous dude?
I think Ben.
Wait, what?
Ben, are you up for playing Kevin O'Leary, otherwise known as Mr. Wonderful, who's not so wonderful, who's a little bit snarky?
Sure, let's go.
All right. And you are playing Erica,
Yes.
who is the partner of Pickle Pals. And you're asking Mr. Wonderful to invest $500,000 for 2% of Pickle Pals.
Well, it has to be integrous. So then I'm going to have Pickle Pals revenues be appropriately that. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And what is Pickle Pals? Say one more time.
So Pickle Pals is so for all of the pickleball players in the world, if they need like therapy to help them in their game, it's like they can order like, you know, an Uber driver, but it's a therapist that will come to the court and give them a therapy.
Not like a coach, like an actual like, emotional therapist?
Yes.
Are you
No,
kidding?
not an emotional therapist, or like a PT, like a physical
I was
therapist.
gonna say, what about the physical?
No, I was going emotional therapist. Like they're just having a
emotional
tough game and they need some help.
I don't believe that is what Pickle Pals business is. This is to be integrous.
I made up Pickle Pals.
You're making it up. That's crazy. Then it's not integrous.
Why is it not integrous?
How? Because it's not. Who's gonna like pay that? It's not a business, right? It has to be integrous, like right.
All right, we'll go.
I'm not trying to sell.
therapist.
Okay, I'm not trying to sell like swampland, right?
Yes.
In New York City.
But
So
the pickleball players might want some help on the court to get to have a better game.
Hey,
Athlete
Kawhi, let's
mindset.
go option 2, and then someone else can role play it. Then I think that's he
Yeah,
hates, Sean hates the idea.
I'm not nervous. It has to be integrous influence. I'm not here to get people to like buy swampland in New York City.
It's not swampland, so they can have a coach that Pickle Pals. They can have a coach come and help them if
For
they're
pickle,
like,
yeah, the whole gamut.
Yes.
I can go with that. I can
Yes.
live with that. Okay.
Okay.
So
And Ben is Mr.
am I
Wonderful.
on camera?
Yes.
Okay. So hello, is Mr. O'Leary available?
Yes, this is Mr. Wonderful.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful. This is Erica. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Shall I refer to you as Mr. Wonderful or some other way?
You can refer to me as Super Wonderful.
Super Wonderful.
Yes.
Still a good time for you to have our conversation? Okay.
That was
So
great.
Super Wonderful. I know. Yeah, I know everybody's trying to talk to you. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds of counting. But a quick question for you is, why did you even accept this conversation with little old me? I'm super grateful. And Pickle Pals, like, what was present for you? Please, Super Wonderful.
Honestly, I read the description of Pickle Pals and I was so thinking that it was a terrible idea that I had to talk to the creator of it. So I'm just more curious, Sean or Erica, than anything else.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing is you think it's a horrible idea, you have no actual interest in it, and you're here just to spend 3 minutes making fun of me. Am I hearing you correctly?
Well, since you have 3 minutes, you can convince me otherwise.
No, thank you and appreciate it. But seriously, is there anything you saw as appealing? Because I don't want to like repeat things for you, but anything you thought was appealing at all? Or you're like, why are you even doing this?
Mr. Wonderful loves pickleball. Mr. Wonderful knows that pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the entire country. So a lot of people can probably relate to wanting to improve their pickleball game, but I just want to hear from you what the value add is for me.
Yeah, of course. So here's the deal, Super Wonderful. The deal is this. It is that, as you have said, the fastest growing sport in America. People love it. We've had the advent of AI. We've actually created a technology that's designed to help people, number one, deal with their emotional dynamics in life, not just pickleball. Stay with me. Also, their physical growth and progression, and become better pickleball players. It is the greatest technology that exists. And I've actually got some backers that if we could have a 30-minute meeting, beyond this 3-minute meeting, and you are saying it's still a terrible idea, I will donate $100,000 to your favorite charity. Super Wonderful. I know you're incredibly busy, but hey, sitting in your office, feet up, we're having this 3-minute conversation. 30 minutes, worst case scenario for you is $100K for your charity. Best case is we have world-changing technology that we're going to proliferate through people who love pickleball as a front entry point into the space of the next level of AI. That's the concept. So Super Wonderful. Anything else I can answer, or how would it resonate with you or not? In a no-lose proposition, I think at least, for 30 minutes of your time, worst case is $100K. I will do your speaker fees are $150K for an hour. You can't lose. Super Wonderful. So please, how would it resonate with you or not to have this 30-minute conversation with me and my team, go through the slide deck, the math, and demonstrate this AI, please?
Well, if it sounds like like you said, a can't lose opportunity, because if I hate it still, 100,000 to my charity. Let's get it on the calendar then.
Awesome. Super Wonderful. So I set that meeting up with your assistant, Joe, that set up our meeting here today.
Joe, get over here.
Let's go. Super Wonderful.
Let's
Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon. And it's a little bit fun for me that I turned your mind around. So we'll see you soon. Thank you. Okay. Let's step out of role for a second. I'm going to come back to you, Ben. Erica, how did I do as you in this wackadoo scenario from the one of Rita is chuckling away with Pickle Pals? Please, Erica, what say you? You did a great job, by the way, in feedback. I was very impressed by your congruence, your certainty here today. So how did I do as you, and how was your time on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence today, Erica?
Well, I probably would have wanted you to get to the point a little bit quicker instead of the banter back and forth. But that's just my character. I'm more of a serious instead of playful in times like that. So I would have probably wanted to say, what's your point? What exactly you're trying to sell here? And convince me that this is a need for the pickleball community, because I too play pickleball. So I'd be very intrigued by it, but I would want to know, why do I need this? What's the problem? What's the problem that we're trying to solve? And why do I need this? So I'd want more clarity in exactly what it is before I would even schedule. Whether you're giving me $100,000 or not, I don't care, because I'm rich and that means nothing to me. But I would say I need more before I agree to the yes.
Got it. So thank you. I never speak into closed listening. So one of the things we foundationally teach, which is humbly, respectfully, why I haven't gotten a no for any meeting in any situation in the last 20 years of my life, is because in Charlie Brown's teacher said, want. We don't pitch, we don't hook, we don't close. I don't throw baseballs against a wall or try to bang my head into it. So until listening is open, I will never proceed. And so I will always cause listening to open. I will never be in the subservient position with the other person hierarchy where I'm pitching to them. So somebody like Mr. Wonderful or whomever they are, I will never let them sit and, hey, like, what's your pitch? Never going to happen. And so I really recommend all to take a look and consider that, because if you're pitching, I don't pitch ever, but if you are pitching and you're pitching in a closed listening, then you're putting yourself into a meat grinder. So there's just a couple quick thoughts on that, Erica, but thank you for your thoughts. And Erica, how was your time today with us on the Heart Influence?
Good, very good. It was fun, and I'm learning a lot. So thank you.
Yeah. No, and by the way, you're masterful. Like I'm just in, my most deep heart-centeredness, Miyagi and Yoda, you are masterful, right? But the way I've broken every sales record on Tony Robbins stage, this is not bragging, it's like reality, just to make sure we're in context. The way I've revamped Revert consulting process is there's 4 steps to influence. Until emotional rapport is created, you can see that Mr. Wonderful certainty was dropping. We're always gonna drop the certainty of the other person when we're in integrity. Never am I going to start talking until the other person's listening is broken open. So we've scrambled the brain, we've reset reality, and we have presence. Until presence is created, if I have 30 minutes in a meeting, I will do what I just did for 28 until listening is open. And by the way, never does it take me more than 3 minutes to fully crack open listening. Right. And it's like this reversal dynamic. When I watch people on Shark Tank, and by the way, all the time, and we actually train people to go on Shark Tank, one of the things I'll tell them is don't submit. All right, what's your pitch? Like, don't submit. They're there looking for something, like slow it down. And I'm not going to answer your questions. Well, I'm not going to pitch. So we're going nowhere. Right. That's all. So Erica, you're extraordinary. I mean that. I was super impressed by the congruence, how articulate you are, how you accelerate. But I would highly recommend a disruption to dynamic, even if you win a lot. I'm sure you do, but of having to overcome through pitching versus I always say, we say 1/3 the amount of words, make the other person say 2/3 the amount of words in any communication period. So just some things for you to consider, and really fantastic job, Erica. And thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because I am very direct. So that's good to hear, your insight and your point of view. So thanks.
Thank you. Thank you on that. So Ben, thank you for being here today on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence. Great work, really, again, as I was with Erica and some other folks here. I will say this, I don't say ingratiating things that are not true. We've done 2,000 episodes now. Bell's been on 1,800. And this was, Mike and Kawhi, congratulations, as articulate a group of people that we've ever had on one show across the board. Masterful communicators. This is what we do for a living here, right? So really outstanding job. And Ben, you're one of them. Wonderful feedback. I could tell you are truly a nth degree black belt in the space of causing yes. And please, Ben, how was your time today, and any other thoughts?
No, it was well spent. Thanks to Mike and Kawhi for organizing and inviting me. Again, didn't know what I was walking into, but I'm sure glad I walked into it. Had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Very impressive work. Really. I mean, that's sincerely, and you used a lot of folks at all levels. So let's go, Michael, kicking us off in that participant seat. Wonderful work by you. For sure, it's not an easy place to be. And Michael, it was your time today on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence.
Yeah, that was very useful. I've been heads down writing down a bunch of notes and things that you guys said that been I felt really articulated some of the things that I'm missing in terms of getting to, I am passionate, but because I'm passionate, I may ramble more instead of getting to the point and trying to understand. And I love what you said about never pitching to close listening. In fact, as physicians, that's what we do, right? We're supposed to listen first before we tell you what's wrong with you. And the bad doctors are the ones that didn't listen and tell you what they think is wrong with you and probably wrong. So I really, that advice really resonated well with what I learned in my life.
Yeah. And Michael, and thank you. And for everybody, just one more quick time. People are putting us into false frames immediately. So a secondary piece of that is once we're opening listening, I'm asking these questions to find out what false frames exist. So before we ever get to trying to close, and we don't close anybody, we form agreements. Before we ever get near there, this agreement's moving forward because we've handled all of the false framed, illegitimate, illogical, and fraudulent objections along the way. Much more to talk about, but thank you there, Michael. Let's go, Kimberly. Love the pickleball. I think I heard you say you're doing it in Hawaii. Super cool with family. And Kimberly, thanks for being here today on Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence. And please, Kimberly, how was your experience today?
Oh, this was fun. I really had no idea what I was going to be walking into either. And selling, I guess, pitching. I like hearing you say not pitch because I always feel uncomfortable Even if I fully believe in something that's going to be really potentially life changing for somebody else, I always have a hard time getting out of the headspace of I'm asking them for something or I'm trying to sell them something. And so I really love hearing your perspective on how you go about doing that and getting them into the listing space first.
Well, thank you. And by the way, in fun energy, Bella Rita came in like you guys, like very, very accomplished. And 5 years and several months later, she's still sitting here. Yes.
Still have to tell him he's right. It's so annoying.
Yes.
And I even had to say it on video the other day.
Yes. So, and in final, like, what if we never ask anyone for anything, ever? And we're simply proposing, we're offering, we're sharing, we're presenting, and there's never an ask, there's never a close. The energy just shifts. So thank you, Kimberly, for saying that. Bella Frida, we got some other fine friends here.
We do have some other fine friends. We had another friend in the participant seat that did a phenomenal job that's going to help me get my sugar baby a house. Nick, fantastic job in the participant seat. Thank you for your help. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Yeah, I appreciate that. It was great. This is nothing like I've ever been a part of before, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. I mean, I love the format and learned a lot, and I think that it's a unique way to meet people and interact. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Nick, thanks so much. And quick footnote: this was created after we had our first 1,300 person unblinded event 5 years ago, January 2020, and we could all remember the next month COVID shut down the world. So we used to meet in the Capitol Grill, and this was a 4-hour Capitol Grill dinner. The way we would do it to bring people together, compressed into this 1-hour format, innovated more than 100 times since we started 2,000 episodes ago.
Beautiful. And let's go to our in-studio friend. Oops, Miss Michelle, thank you for being here today. How was your in-studio experience on the Heart of Influence with Kawhi and Michael?
Incredible to see the two of you in action. Learned a lot, seeing the master do his thing, and love that, he has this way of helping people to say yes, making it impossible to say no. And it's interesting to me being brought into this today, this opportunity. There's just so much we all have in common, more than we realize. And it's very enlightening to me to see how open the physicians on this are to creating more equitable streams of income for them, because that's a passion I have as well, doing the medical revenue recovery and supporting the independent physicians is so important for everyone. And to hear things along that line, about income, about influence, about health, and helping people to take charge of their own health, their own financial futures, from a few different avenues, be it real estate, financial planning, also being in the trenches, being physicians.
Cool.
And realizing there's so much more. Maybe at times that's not enough, and at times it's everything to those of us who seek your health care.
Cool. Well, thank you, Michelle, so much for being here today. And we are in studio, but not really in studio. We have a studio to do all this in, but the internet's down and all the things. So we're actually sitting in my office. And yes, there's Yoda and those folks and all the James Bond people. So that's a fun fact that Ben, I'd love to talk about. So I do agree that we want to find commonalities for sure. Mike and Kawhi, massive gratitude. It takes a lot of energy to put humans together. It just does. It certainly did in like 1970 when Bella was born, but it does even more so now.
I was born till 77.
I know, teasing. But in 2025, it is exponentially more challenging. Mike and Kawhi, you brought massive value to these fine folks and us.
Sean.
Gratitude. And Mike and Kawhi, please, your final.
One more guest, Sean. We had Bo, who came in a little bit late.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm blind. Yes. And Bo, thank you for being here today. Mike and Kawhi, my apologies. Bo, thanks for being here. Really enjoyed you dropping in. Another very articulate human. And Bo, please, how was your time today? Mike and Kawhi's Heart of Influence.
That was great. I apologize for coming in. I just didn't know what I was walking into because I came fresh out of a 2-hour meeting with hospital executives. So didn't know it was gonna kind of be this environment. But I think actually my biggest takeaway, Sean, hearing you speak, I think you have it's your tone. And it's your tone that actually I feel if I were the customer side or the recipient side, it's very reassuring. And that gives a sense of lowering my guard to actually hear a message. So, after a 2-hour conversation and hearing your voice was actually a nice change of tone. So that was actually very, very important takeaway for me.
Yeah. Amen, brother. And Bo, in All Fun Energy, we represent, I don't know, 30 hospitals and, major hospital systems. And it's all, I share this from my heart with everybody.
Yeah.
Whether it's homeless people, billionaires, celebrity athletes, I think I said prison guards, hospital executives, all of these humans, it is all the same thing. That's one of our favorite things here. And we work in every industry with every type of person in the businesses that I own, the trainings that we do with people. We don't change hats. Like humans are humans, whether they're a doctor, hospital exec, surgeon, brain surgeon, whomever people are. Like we could have different levels of ego up front, but underneath it's all the same thing. And thanks for being here today. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Mike and Kawhi, please, thank you again for bringing these folks together, creating massive value, and your final on your heart of influence.
Massive thank you to everyone that came on our show. Thank you to you and Bella as well. I had so much fun. We were a little nervous in the beginning, but I'm glad that we all were able to bring everyone together. So just, I'm very happy and a lot of gratitude.
Thank you, Kawhi. You did a great job, Mike.
I echo Kawhi. Gratitude all around. People we know, people we've met. Just thank you for taking this time to come into something unexpected. You weren't exactly sure what you're getting yourself into, and Sean and Bella, we truly appreciate you hosting it.
Thank you, and for everybody, we massive gratitude. And there's Bella Veritas final.
Final is I just thought of a new Halloween costume for you. I think I'll dress you as a sugar baby for Halloween this year. I think that is a great, but absolutely, Mike and Kawhi, absolutely phenomenal job. As you said, it is not easy to bring a group of especially astute individuals like there are here today together for a common purpose to meet each other with an open heart. So absolutely phenomenal job in bringing these folks together here today. Definitely continue to connect with each other. We have some gifts for you in the chat. Those are of service to you to keep the relationships going because that's why you came here. So phenomenal job, and back to you.
Yeah, everything happens after yes. And we are all equally capable of mastering that, just like we would healthcare, our physical body, running, whatever it is. We're all equally capable of doing it. There's no genetic predisposition towards the ability to cause yes in any meaningful way. I mean, there might be micro ones, but in the macro, this is a developed skill set and mastery with integrity and heart. Definitely follow up with Mike and Kawhi and each other. Massive value there. If you want to have a session with our team at Unblinded, it will blow your heart and mind open with the power of the actualized intelligence, which is AI plus the Unblinded formula, plus our mastery of it. And I mean it, like on my reputation, it will rock your world, blow your mind. And I end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain that the possibilities for acceleration for all of us, whether it's our financial abundance, our impact in the world, our duplication scaling, those possibilities for acceleration so often sit right here, but we could all use a little unblinding, since with everything sitting right here, sometimes it's hard to see it because we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye. Have a
I
great
love
day.
you guys. Great job. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful
Bye.
day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.